Couple of guys here. Isaiah says, I don't care about you. Real quick, jukes the second guy out of his shoes and says, hold on. Week number 1 was a big one for Isaiah. He secured a close victory against a rival and really just proved that what happened last season, losing in the playoffs, will not happen this year if he has anything to say about it. But week number 5, as we head into it 3-0, it's a bit of a challenging one for a lot of reasons. The Browns are so much better than in years prior. Cleveland fans also hate Baltimore because the Browns originally moved to Baltimore and they lost their team to them, so you kind of hate the Ravens a little bit more than ever. So we're going to see what Isaiah can do in another rivalry game this season. Will he step up big and carry his team to victory, or will things falter? Let's go ahead and find out. Before we find out, we've got to go ahead and make sure that Isaiah gets upgraded the way he wants to be upgraded. So again, we have elusive, receiving, and power. We're trying to get a little bit of a journey for Isaiah being a stronger power back this season. He's an 86 overall now, getting +1 to awareness, carrying, stiff arm, and trucking. So we're heading to Cleveland for a nighttime game. Now in Cleveland this time of the year, it's not quite snowing, but rest assured that for the next forever, it's going to be snowing a whole lot. But Isaiah says, look, I don't care. You can rock those doo-doo brown uniforms all you care. Isaiah is ready to come into Cleveland and prove that he is the best. I'm not saying one of, I'm saying the best running back in the NFL. Let me know in the comments down below. You believe that Isaiah is. You have predictions again for how many touchdowns and how many yards he's going to get the entire season. A lot of you guys left that in the previous episode, but I want to know, have you changed your opinion that you saw what he did in the previous one? Let's go ahead and see what you got to say. So the Browns come out and prove that they mean business, and they go down and get a touchdown pretty quickly. We got the ball here. Isaiah going through the middle, and he's wrapped up pretty quickly by Denzel Ward after 4. Lamar Jackson just has some interesting parts. I wish he was playing like his real-life counterpart, because in real life, he's incredible. In Madden 20, for some reason, he struggles, but he finds a nice little pass here to the tight end. The tight end picks up almost the first down. So with Boyle picking up almost all that we needed, we have 2 yards left to go here on 3rd down and short yardage. Isaiah goes through the middle. He's going to run into his own blockers, but again, that power back status is coming in, and he gets that first down. Now on that play, Demarius Randall for the Browns ended up getting hurt. That's a big blow to their defense and should help out our passing game a little bit. But instead of passing here, we're going back to the run because Isaiah's looking pretty strong so far today. The guy in motion. Isaiah's going to break it out to the edge. He's got a guy there, spins inside. It might have been the slowest spin move of all time, but it's still productive. 2nd down and 3. Got a single high safety. Lamar Jackson under center now. Isaiah here in the backfield. Blitz coming from the edge. Ball goes out across to the tight end. The tight end's going to pick up more than what he needs for that first down to put us down at the 37. We've also been lining up in some pretty heavy formations to try to make sure that they have no idea if we're going to be running with the quarterback, the running back, or we're doing a quick little dump off pass. They're moving Hayden Hurst in motion. Isaiah's going to scamper out. He's jukes back up, and his first 10-yard plus run finally happens. That run also puts Isaiah over 400 rushing yards on the season. Again, the kid's having a special year. Lamar Jackson out to pass. Isaiah's open with a steady, floats it out to the left-hand side. Hollywood Brown is almost triple covered and can't come down with it. 2nd and 10. The Browns are stacking the box, but Harbaugh says, go ahead and keep the play. Isaiah can break into the secondary. It'll be a huge run, but unfortunately, he's only going to get him 5. So with that run not working out too well, on 3rd and 5, we have a field goal pretty much guaranteed with Justin Tucker back there, but we're going to try and get a first down or maybe a little bit more. Lamar's going to go out here and find Willie Snead, who cuts on a dime and gets his way down to the 11. This offense has been precise, it has been effective, and most importantly, they're in scoring territory. Hollywood Brown on the right-hand side moves in motion a little bit early. Isaiah's trying to find that blocker, but Myles Garrett gets off of his block and stops him. A slight note to Coach Harbaugh, run the ball away from Myles Garrett, and we'll probably have a little bit more success. On 2nd and 10, Isaiah in the backfield. He's open. He's going to keep running out. Has to get past his blockers, and he's into the end zone untouched. The first receiving touchdown of the day for Isaiah. He says, hold on, buddy. There's a whole lot more where that one came from. The Browns are going to line up here in the 30-yard line, started the 2nd quarter, and they could not get anything going on offense. So you know what that means. They're punting out here to one of the fastest players in football, Isaiah King Jr. Now he's trying to outrun the defenders, but hold on, what have they been eating in Cleveland? They're looking pretty fast out there. He only gets to the 28-yard line. Solid return from Isaiah, gets his team slightly better field position than if he just really hadn't run it at all. They hand the ball off to the middle for Isaiah, and again, the Browns defense came to play. Myles Garrett on the tackle. Single high safety again for the Browns. They're threatening to go ahead and blitz. Isaiah plays the decoy in the play action fake. This ball goes like a lame duck across the middle, and Denzel Ward from the Ohio State is going to pick it off. Isaiah in on the tackle. Cleveland has perfect field position right now. The Browns, as you could probably guess, go down and get a touchdown because their field position was incredible. Lining up here on offense, trying to get the ball to Isaiah. He goes for a spin move that works pretty well, and he's down to the 30-yard line. We still have yet to see Isaiah break off a run longer than about 10 yards today, and he is itching to show how fast he is out there. A little bit of a handoff here, and again, the lineman will not let him go up the middle. So with that, it's 3rd down and 4 pretty quickly. Lamar Jackson's going to try to flex a little bit here, see if he can get a first down. Isaiah goes across. His ball's floated over top. Willie Snead is going to drop that one, and we're punting right there after 3 and out. Now, as this first half is winding down, the Browns do get more points, but the good news is it's only 3. They do not get the touchdown. They have to settle for 3, and we're going to try to get things going with Isaiah out here in the passing game, looking pretty incredible with the juke that left a guy in his dust. Lamar again sitting a shotgun, 1:20 on the clock. Isaiah hit his 2nd reception there. Myles Garrett's running. Isaiah's going to hold on to him a little bit. Lamar Jackson refuses to throw it, and Garrett gets his first sack of the day. That sack ends up being the 5th one on the year for Myles Garrett, and he's looking for more right now. Ball goes across the middle. Isaiah plays a bit of a decoy, and we're going to have to use our first timeout actually here. So on 3rd down and 2, about 50 seconds left. The timeout's a little controversial, but we believe that we can get the first down and use that little bit of time on the clock to go score. Ball goes out to Isaiah. He is going to get brought down. Lamar Jackson couldn't get it to him in time, and the timeout came back to bite us. So the good news is the Browns don't actually get any points for the rest of the first half. We are going to hold them off to just having a 10-point lead, and we're back here on offense just trying to get Isaiah the ball to make something happen. 2nd and 4, start of the 3rd quarter, looking pretty solid so far. Isaiah again trying to get to the outside. He's got some room. Isaiah says, hold on, buddy, real quick. The juke move was looking fresh until the 2nd guy brought him down. And while that run wasn't a touchdown, it was Isaiah's longest of the day, going for 19 yards, and again, a big first down. Ball goes out to the edge. Willie Snead is right where he wants to be, but he picks up a measly 4 yards on the catch. Got to be a little hesitant here running a play action. If it works, great, but they have gotten such a big pass rush on us, it's always scary to go ahead and try to do it. Ball though goes to Willie Snead, and Isaiah tries to throw a block, but Snead keeps running laterally. You got to run north to south, baby. Momentum is there. This feels like a touchdown drive if you ask me. Myles Garrett lining up on the left-hand side this time. Isaiah looking for a gap. He's found one. He's going to try to get out to the edge again, breaking multiple tackles to get himself down inside the red zone. Lining up here at the 20, Lamar Jackson checking things out real quick. Halfback pitch to Isaiah, and Myles Garrett is having none of it. A loss of 6 yards on the big hit. Myles Garrett has honestly been a problem today. If he hasn't been in the backfield getting sacks, he's been right on our face, just making sure that we go nowhere. We're going to keep Isaiah in the block a little bit here again, because the Myles Garrett factor is always scary. And, well, while we do get the ball off, it is only for a measly 2 yards. So we are where we did not want to be. 3rd down and too many yards, probably. Isaiah's going to play receiver. He's open. The ball goes out instead to the tight end. Boyle is going to go up and get himself down to the 7. I stand corrected. That was actually Andrew, so my apologies to his family if for some reason you're actually watching this video. But first, he go from the 7. Halfback toss. Isaiah gets that block. Isaiah's going to cut up, and he's going to carry 2 grown men into the end zone and says, hold on. Got to celebrate real quick. First rushing touchdown of the day. Already has a receiving touchdown, and just like that, so when the extra point goes in, cut the lead to 3 total points. While Isaiah's having a good game, we are still down 10 because the Browns go down and get themselves a touchdown instead of a field goal. Lamar Jackson all the time in the world is going to find Hollywood Brown, one of the fastest players on the team, behind Isaiah, of course, and he goes all the way down to the 44. It ends up being the longest pass of the day so far for Lamar. He's finally getting in that groove. Isaiah out here again, getting behind his blockers, juking, he's finding his groove as well. 3rd quarter's coming to a close again. One good play left. Jackson under center. Takes the ball to Isaiah, who's going to find his way through. Runs into a defender, but if he went to the outside a little bit more, we're probably getting the 3rd quarter with a touchdown instead. Outside runs have definitely been hit or miss today, but we're going to go right back to it and run away from Myles Garrett and hope that our blockers get the job done. Couple of guys here. Isaiah says, I don't care about you. Real quick, jukes the 2nd guy out of his shoes and says, hold on. You saw a rushing touchdown a couple of seconds ago, and guess what? The young fella is back. Big time players make big time plays, and this lead is cut to 3. Despite this unreal performance by Isaiah, we are still down 10 because you guessed it, our defense is letting us down. Isaiah's going to go out here in the passing game, looking to make something happen. Jukes the guy out of his shoes. He's going to try to show off the cleats and the speed, but he can't as he's dropped at the 42. But he's doing what he's got to do to put the team on his back right now. Staying back for pass protection. Lamar, all the time in the world, goes out to the left-hand side to Andrews, who has the case of the dropsies and can't hold on to it. 2nd down and 10. Keeping our eye on Myles Garrett, who's on the left-hand side. Isaiah was open if Lamar just took a second to hold on to it, but instead, Willie Snead picks up nearly a 1st down. The way our running game is going, we're going to go ahead and risk it here and try to get Isaiah up the middle. Myles Garrett's far on the outside, so we might have a chance to go ahead and push this one through. Isaiah says, don't mind me. I'm going to get ourselves all the way down to just outside of the red zone. That run also gives Isaiah 500 rushing yards on the season. Again, this is the 4th game of the year. Yeah, the kid's on fire. Little dump off pass here to Andrews again, who tries to go through 2, but ends up going to the 20. Keep in mind, though, that we have to score sooner rather than later because we're down 10 points. The 2-minute warning's coming up. Ideally, would have loved to have scored before it, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Isaiah's got some room. He's going to try to get to the edge. He's going to try to run through a guy. He gets dropped at the 2-yard line. So close. Now, unfortunately for us, they end up saying that was not going to be out of bounds in time to stop the clock. So the 2-minute warning did come up here with the 2-yard line being at the present. Isaiah tries to go to the edge, but Myles Garrett again drops him for 7. Garrett is absolutely on fire, and we're here again scrambling, trying to get into the end zone. We have all of our timeouts left. That's important. Isaiah's open. This ball goes instead across to the middle. Hollywood Brown is going to be down at the 1-yard line. Cleveland's looking like they're going to try to press us a little bit, so we're going to put Willie Snead on a slant. We're also going to put Aguilar on a slant, and we're going to just pray that somebody can get into the end zone. Isaiah ends up going out. Did not mean to do that, but we'll play with it. This ball is nearly picked off at the last second. So coach opts to go for the field goal. We do not get the ball back as Cleveland holds on to it, and you guessed it, we're going to lose by 7 points. It's a disappointing game to lose to the Browns, especially when we feel like Isaiah played so well. Lamar didn't play that bad either. 17-22, 214 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Could have been better, but still he did fairly well. On the ground, Nick Chubb had himself a ball game. 22 for 111 yards, 3 touchdowns, not a single fumble. Isaiah says I went for 19 and 124 and 2 touchdowns, but for once actually in a season, somebody outran Isaiah. In the air, Mark Andrews was pretty consistent. 5 for 56 for him. Isaiah went 5 for 73 and 1 touchdown. And JUKE had 4 for 30. Willie Snead had a couple. Landry and Beckham didn't have a great game, but when their running game was working that well, they didn't necessarily need them. So we didn't get the result we wanted against the Browns, but still, even with that loss, we are 3-1 on the year. We're one of the best teams in the NFL with one of, if not the best young player in the NFL in Isaiah King Jr. Step back momentarily, but long term, I think if this team gets their defense turned around, they're going right back to the playoffs and maybe, for once, making a big run.